Our Middle Eastern odyssey continues as we push into Palestine, past the wall and into the West Bank. Go surfing for peace and make some new friends in Old Jaffa. This is Down Days. Hey, I'm Tanner, and these are my brothers, Pat and Dan. We are pro surfers. We travel, and we are on a mission to explore the world. Next on the list, Israel.
Today, we're actually going to go onto the Palestinian side of the wall.
It's going to be
a cool trip.
It's going to be fun to see kind of the other side. We've seen definitely
We've seen this side.
the Israeli side, and we're feeling the mojo, and we're going across the separation wall to see kind of what's going to be going down.
Intense.
Wandering the streets of Jerusalem was enlightening. The old city is full of beauty, intensity, and belief. Now we are headed into Palestine, near Bethlehem, to explore life on the other side of the wall.
So, we're on our way to Bethlehem right now. We can't really film the checkpoint that we're about to go through to get through the wall of separation.
It's crazy, like you can't just expect to drive through the wall. We got to meet up with bodyguards. But it's going to be really cool to see both perspectives because, I mean, you got to get the balance of kind of the whole situation. So it's going to be bizarre.
The Palestinian territories consist of the much publicized Gaza Strip, which is located on the coast, the Golan Heights, parts of East Jerusalem, and the West Bank. Bethlehem and Jerusalem are located very close to each other, but are separated by the wall. Access into Palestine can vary widely depending on the area, and is always affected by the ongoing conflict. Hiring a guide when traveling to the West Bank is highly recommended. Palestinians' right to movement can depend on their Israeli-issued IDs. The checkpoints and ID cards often restrict the Palestinians' freedom of movement in Palestine and Israel, and can be a huge source of frustration. The scenery in Palestine is rugged and surreal. Hilly, winding streets and plain, unassuming buildings, with scattered street art and graffiti, supplying powerful images of protest. We thought we saw Banksy, so we decided to pull over and check it out. We were driving down the road and we thought we saw Banksy. It's located through a car wash on the side of a building, and it's absolutely spectacular. I always thought that he would just kind of do it at another place and then paste it up, but it looks like he just painted it straight on. Look at that. You can see like the brush strokes and everything, so.
We are meeting up with Claire Anastas, a Christian Palestinian who lives and works in Bethlehem near the separation wall, to hear some of her stories about being caught in the middle of this war.
My name is Claire Anastas. We are in Bethlehem City. We are in an area called Rashis Tomb. It's between Bethlehem and Jerusalem. Before the wall was built, it was a wonderful street. We used to have lots of restaurants and shops here. It was a big market. It used to be a holy place for all religious, Muslims, Christians, and Jews.
While the fighting has occurred since Israel was established, from 2000 to 2003, her family with 4 children were in the middle of crossfire between Palestinian militants and the Israeli Defense Force, including the bloody siege of Bethlehem in 2002, when they were stuck in their home, bunkered down for 40 days, while Israeli soldiers occupied their house and exchanged fire with the militants.
At the end of the war in 2003, when the children went to school at 7 o'clock in the morning, they came back, find themselves surrounded with this high wall, 30 feet high. We became caged and isolated in a corner. Many people have left, but we decided to stay first because we are honored and proud to be in the holy city of Bethlehem. And as Christian family, we wanted to present the Christianity here because we are losing it. Before 25 years ago, we were at 90% Christians. Now we are less than 5 in Bethlehem city. Buried us alive in a big tomb. That's the impact.
Build bridges, not walls over there. It's inspiring. All the art is so beautiful. And it's just crazy because we're right here. This house is, they built the wall all the way around it. Like, it's just gnarly. The separation wall is a sobering experience from the other side. The wall surrounds Claire's building on 3 sides. She now survives by running a souvenir shop, creating and selling small wooden statues that protest the wall and offer hope for peace.
This wall has to be removed one day in the Holy Land, where it has to be the example of peace and not the example for conflict. We believe in peace, and we have inner peace. We hope that the others will have the same and work for having peace for the future for all people.
I just can't believe it. When you see something like this, it just kind of changes your perspective on a lot of different things. It's crazy.
It was a full game changer. I mean, that's kind of what it's all about. You know, that's the traveling, getting to go physically meet people, get in on their stories, and you know, you hear about stuff in the news and from far away, and you.
It changes the perspective too. You're actually standing there under the shadow of the wall, and you're getting to see it and hear it
And feel the pressure of that thing. I mean, it's just staring at you. It's so intense, and hearing Claire's stories, and I mean, it just was unbelievably.
The art to me was the best part. It was like it's a message board for everyone speaking out, you know, kind of their opinion about having the separation wall. And it was just powerful. The aura was going off. It was magic.
You can't help but feel affected by it, without a doubt.
So we are headed to meet up for a surf with Arthur and an Arab surfer named Abdallah, who also contributes a great deal to Surfing for Peace.
קוראים לי עבדאללה, נולדתי בישראל, בג'אפה, בן 33, אוהב גלישה, חולה על גלישה, זה החיים שלי.
Arab Israelis like Abdallah experience challenges living and working in Israel. They are often stereotyped and discriminated against by Israelis and Palestinians because of their culture and beliefs.
לחיות כערבי ישראלי בתוך ישראל זה מאוד קשה. מבחינה שכל החבר'ה שלך משתייכים למסגרת הפלסטינאית. אתה אדם בלי זהות, אבל אני מעדיף לא להיות בעל זהות כבר.
The objective of Surfing for Peace is to use surfing as a way to break down these cultural and political barriers in the Middle East.
The mission of Surfing for Peace is to create a network and a bridge between Muslim surfers and Jew surfers all around the world. We actually started here in Tel Aviv, connecting with surfers from Jaffa. And then we moved on in 2007 to sending some boards to surfers from Gaza.
Surfing for Peace זה אחד הארגונים שאני חושב שהיה צריך לקום מזמן, כי הוא מאוד פותח עולמות, הוא מחבר את כולם ביחד והוא לא מתערב בפוליטיקה ובמלחמות.
We wanted to bring some gear for Arthur and the Surfing for Peace crew to donate to the surfers who had no way to get boards or other gear. It was a good feeling, especially after everything we just witnessed in Palestine. We even slipped in a new board for Abdallah, who seemed genuinely stoked. With our time in Israel running out, we dined on some fresh hummus and jumped back in the water for one last set.
הפתרון, להעלים את הפוליטיקאים. זה הפתרון. שלא יהיה פוליטיקאים, זה הפתרון הכי טוב.
If we've learned anything from this trip, it's that the world isn't black and white. There are great people no matter what side of the wall you're on. And programs like Surfing for Peace prove that there just might be a light at the end of the tunnel. Israel is one of the most beautiful places we have ever been, and we're grateful for the experience. On the next episode of Down Days, we journey north for a road trip in search of icy Arctic sets, super jeeps, and show ponies? We're headed to Iceland. This is Down Days.